Well, here we go. Hey everyone, it's Yozora here, or Yozora for short. This is the long-awaited update video that I promised. At least it's the X take, since I wasn't too much of a fan of the ones prior to this. So, 2024. What a crappy year it's been so far. These 7 months felt like years. And here I thought I was old enough to feel that the perception of time supposedly flies by. I have bad news, good news, and more bad news. Let's get into them. Bad news number 1. I had briefly mentioned this during stream, but for the past couple months, I've talked about having to deal with a sudden medical incident that basically spanned until end of May. Needless to say, it was a very unpleasant experience. It started 2 days after I moved back in January. I woke up one day with what seemed to be swelling from the shins down to my feet. It had then increased to the point where I needed to go to the ER to treat it, which then became blisters and then deep open wounds. This then became months of going to different doctors, specialists, and eventually I got my answer. Crohn's disease. It's an autoimmune disease. So, after a lot of prednisone, doctor trips, and at one point having casts on both my legs, and some new medication, the wounds eventually closed up and healed, and my autoimmune condition is supposedly being treated for. At least right now it's being handled. However, even though this is kind of the end of that incident, the toll that it has taken on me both physically and mentally was very exhaustive and stressed me out immensely during the time I was healing and even now. Now, let's get on some of the good news. This year, I've been applying to go back to college to get a master's degree, and lucky for me, I've been accepted to a program this fall. I am personally excited about this, since it will be amazing for my plans with my career as an engineer. I've mentioned before how streaming was a hobby of mine, and how I've gone to school for engineering. Doing work that is related to my engineering field, or engineering degree, is something I mostly enjoy, and I feel equally passionate about, along with streaming. And it's something that, going forward into the future, I hope I can balance. That said, I will be moving again to attend the school this fall, but this also partly ties into the next piece of bad news. The last bit of bad news, as you can kind of guess, is that I'll have to keep up with this indefinite hiatus for the next couple months, probably until I finish moving to the new place. Part of the reason is getting all the preparation for school ready. There is a lot that goes into it, and I'm constantly thinking about it, and I'm constantly being delayed on answers, so yeah, it's quite the ordeal. However, that is the smaller of the two reasons why I'm on the hiatus. There is a bigger issue. It's hard to find the right words without causing misunderstandings, so I'll put it like this. Where I currently live is not exactly the most comfortable environment to continue streaming, for a multitude of reasons, of which right now I will not divulge. Maybe in the future I'll go into further details, but definitely not now. However, I must acknowledge that the fact that I've been silent about this and not really giving an update at all, very unprofessional on my end, and I sincerely apologize for that. I should do better, and hopefully in the future I'll be better on stuff like this. Truth be told, actually, I wanted to discuss about this earlier, and along with doing other offline content. However, because of the situation, I had to be very hesitant on when I could try to do stuff like this, and because it felt like I was on pins and needles and thin ice for a lot of things that I can do, I lost a lot of motivation in trying to do it. So, what now? Well, I still have many VODs I need to make public on my YouTube channel and also upload. It's just sitting in my memory space on my computer. Going through the recordings, I noticed some of them got cut off, and sadly there is no way to recover them since the VODs don't stay up on Twitch. That's my bad. I was slow on the uptake and I can't recover them. So I will try to make the note for whichever VODs do not have the ending intact. I'll try to make a comment on that when those get uploaded. But yeah, my bad on being slow on the uptake. Additionally, I wanted to try to do some shorts and maybe even do gameplay recordings for playthroughs with the games that I started to stream but have not finished, or games that I was initially planning to stream but I never was able to because of the indefinite hiatus. Additionally, there's still a lot of lore-related stuff that I want to work on, and I've kind of been debating on whether or not I should try to do a little bit more in preparation for it than I initially planned. I'll think about what I can do for that and what I'm confident in doing for that. Additionally, there are some outside things that I want to do for the channel, like potentially drawing some emotes, custom emotes, at least for myself. I am not an artist by any regards, but I think it'd be nice to have something for that. So I will try to make some for myself until in the future where I can commission someone to eventually draw them, who can actually draw them much better than me. Thank you for sticking around to the end of this video and listening to my update. I greatly appreciate it. My journey with streaming and content creation has just gone on a bit of a detour, but I'll get back on track, hopefully. I hope you all have a good rest of your day, and I hope to see you again in the future. Bye bye for now, and take care.